somebody was infected, but we're one of the lucky ones who look like expenses and whatever. Just 2 doors away at Navy,
It is a small plane, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It's like a 7.6.
Yeah, it's full records full already.
So, okay, oh yeah, right, so that's the back there.
Yeah.
A little bit. There we go, that's enough.
Sandwich line at the CIA cafeteria, and one of the senior guys from the counterterrorism center came up to me, very casually, and he said, "Oh, hey, I'm glad I ran into you. I meant to ask you, do you want to be certified in the use of
enhanced interrogation techniques?"
And I had never heard that term before. This is May of 2002. I said, "Enhanced interrogation techniques, what's that mean?" And he goes,
"We're gonna start getting rough with these guys."
Like that. And I said, "What's that mean?" So he describes these 10 techniques. And I said,
I don't know, man. That sounds like a torture program.
And he said, "It's not a torture program. We got it cleared by the Justice Department, and the president signed it." He says, "Think about it." I said, "Yeah, give me an hour. I need an hour to think about it." I walked out of the cafeteria. I went up to the 7th floor, which is the executive floor. And there was a very, very senior officer up there for whom I had worked 10 years earlier in the Middle East. Knocked on his door, no appointment or anything. And I said, "Hey, I need some advice. I was just asked if I wanted to be trained in these enhanced interrogation techniques. What do you think of that?" And he said, "First of all, let's call a spade a spade."
So this is a torture program. They can use whatever euphemism they want, but this is a torture program, and torture's a slippery slope.
He said, "You know how these guys are. Somebody's going to be a cowboy, they're going to go overboard, and they're going to kill a prisoner. And when that happens, there's going to be a congressional investigation, then there's going to be a Justice Department investigation, and somebody's going to go to prison."
"Do you want to go to prison?" I said, "No, I don't want to go to prison."
As it turned out, I was the only person who went to prison. He's like, shocked, right? And I said, "Doc, you gotta patch this guy up. My orders were to take him alive. Now, go." So they take him into emergency surgery. And I sit down, I'm with 2 colleagues and 2 Pakistanis. And we just sit down like, this is exhausting. Well, word got around the Al-Qaeda community that we had gotten it. And so they started driving by the hospital.
And just opening fire on the hospital.
Then we're diving down, and I said to the Pakistani major, awesome guy, Major Khalid, I said, if they realize how lightly armed we are,
we're dead.
Can you get a helicopter in here? We need to get out of here. He said, I think so. 20 minutes later, helicopter lands in the parking lot. I walk into the surgery, the operating room like this. I go,
"Doc, wrap it up. We gotta go."
I did. And they're sewing him closed.
There's blood everywhere.
We put him and the bodyguard that shot through the leg, we put them both on the helicopter. We fly him to a Pakistani military base about 50 miles away.
You can't do that. Oh, you can't wear that. God forbid. God forbid. A white boy get a little bit of motion. Everybody loses their minds. You see, this is how crazy Batman's made Gotham. And it changes starting tonight. I will be wearing the silky with the bust down AP. Louis V loafers. And this ain't Mosinite. Believe me, I'm a man of my word.
Your life vest has light that turns on automatically in water. Please read person safety information card for use of life vest on infant. Flight attendants will distribute additional life vests if needed. For cabin eye, make sure that the seatbelts are fastened, your seat back and tray tables are in a full upright lock position.
After 5 years on the East Coast, it's time to go home.
I stand up at the foot of his bed, and I put my hands on my hips, and I'm looking at him. And he's like tied down, and he opens just one eye. Of course, he only had one eye, right? He opens his eye.
And he doesn't look at me. Yeah, he looks at SpongeBob. And his pulse goes from 120 to 220, like in a second.
And the machine starts going beep, 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 beep. And then you hear, code blue, code blue. And these people rush in. He saw SpongeBob, he knew it was up.
He was like, oh my God, the Americans have me.
And they're like, clear, right? And then they give him Demerol, and he's out. Out again. And then I sat back down, and I'm waiting, and waiting, and waiting. And like 6 hours later, he starts to stir again. So
Hello, passengers. This is your captain speaking, the American Anchor Baby. We should get started here any moment. I appreciate the patience. It's a nice chill Friday, okay? Take it easy. We should get going here with calls, topics, and all of you. Take it easy on this Friday. A pleasure to have you here.
And I said, that's okay. And then he starts crying, and he says,
Please, brother, kill me. Take the pillow and kill me.
and I said, no, nobody's going to kill you. I said,
You're going to get the best medical care that the American government.
그래.
사게로! 사게로! 어게로!
ている。秩序はもうもろだ。だが生産はない。そこは撃った。何？ No, no, no! Fuck it! 何を見ている？そこだ。
What is up, everybody? Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for just chilling out here. Taking it easy, getting everything situated. Happy Friday, everybody. A pleasure to have you here. Love that song, says Rex. Yeah. You know what? I had to go to Spotify and play it. The little meme was playing the song. I'm like, that's Bond. That's the early Bond song. How about we say Happy Friday to the people with this tune? It's a pleasure to be here. How you doing? What Bond was this? Okay, it was an earlier Bond. A Bond before my time. And I mean James Bond. What's up, everybody? Let me say hello. Ooh. How you doing, everybody? My camera's all weird. Happy Friday to all the folks. Rumble.com/AmericanAnchorBaby. Punchy.tv/AnchorBaby. And of course, my people here on YouTube. That's what Jesse used to sound like in the 80s. But anyways, how you doing this Friday, folks? How you doing? Taking it easy here on this Friday. Post Fallen State. Hope you guys had fun with that. That was fun. So many tabs, so many monitors. Okay, but we're situated. We got the lines open. That's 844-900-2229. Something on your mind, something you want to talk about. The lines are open for you. We are connected.
You are connected as the...
You heard it. Okay, so thanks. Is that the French Jewish black lady? You mean Gladys Knight? Is Gladys Knight a French Jewish black lady? What are you talking about? Not that I know. Not that I know this lady. Gladys Knight. What's up? How you doing, Filthy Tokyo, Stock Car, Birdie Bound, Brian? We got mods in the chat. Best behavior. How you doing, Chris? Cloud, Mr. Pink, Nick, Nicole, 7 Orbs, all 7. Thor, Albert, Fish Fanatic. Look, everybody's here. How you doing, Brandon? No, Gladys Knight is not black, Jewish, and French. So that's just you chat. You're talking about something else, obviously. Obviously, you're talking about something else. Mic check, mic check. Is my voice coming in nice and clear? I think it is. Mic check, mic check. But what can I say? That's enough of that. What else? What else? Look. Don't get banned. Ban him, ban him. What else? Everybody's here. How you doing, Francisco? Hey, Pinocchio. We're going to get to your super chats, your coffees. I see them. buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby. We're going to get to all that. Now, what else? What else? You're all here. Okay, what can I say? Let's say, let's take it easy. And look, there's some news and topics to get into. Okay, we must. But we must. Whoa. Do you understand? Happy Friday. How you doing, Lioness? Kevlar truck. Okay. Sorry. Lot of knobs and tabs. Okay, we're set. How do we know this isn't secretly AI, Nit? You soon will never know. Or is it a generational thing? You know how they had that app when the iPhones first started coming out? They had that app. Download this app, play this noise. Your teachers can't hear it. Your teachers can't hear this noise. You remember? Only kids can hear this. Sounds adults can't hear. The sound adults can't hear. Get your parents and try it. All right, chat. One in the chat if you could hear this. A person over the age of 25 probably cannot hear this sound because of the way their ears work. Chat, what can I say? Your anchor baby's got some young ears. I got some young ears. What can I say? Your host, look at me. I hear all this. What can I say? That's why you love it, right? You love it. You love it. We're your anchor baby host. Your charming, dashing anchor baby host has young ear, has Epstein ears. What the? All right, that's enough. I can't hear it. Play it again. Uh-oh. Old heads in the chat revealed. Oh no. What are we, dogs? LOL. Oh no. Check your Norwood. Chat I can't hear any of it, says Truck. Uh-oh. Somebody check his Norwood. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. That's so funny because I can totally hear this. I'm over 25. I bet you a lot of people. I don't know. Not a lot of people are saying they can't hear it. And I suspect everybody can hear it. I suspect a lot of people can hear it. You know, I wonder if that was just fake. But maybe AI is like this. You know, it's a generational thing. There's a cutoff. You know, soon there'll be who has Epstein ears and who has boomer ears. I have Epstein ears. Boomer ears 2 in the chat. Epstein ears 1 in the chat. But maybe AI, you know, parsing out AI will be like this, a generational thing, okay? Kind of like this little test. You know what I'm saying? So how will you know if NIT is AI? You don't know if NIT is AI. Unless you have Epstein eyes. I have bunny ears. I have Epstein ears. This is anti-old head propaganda. Mena, can't hear it? You couldn't hear it, Mena? Uh-oh. Everybody point and laugh. Mena's ears. Epstein would love your ears. Mena has Epstein. No, wait. Epstein would not. I'm forgetting the joke. Sorry. Epstein would not like your ears, Mena. Point and laugh. Ha ha. So why did that come up? Oh yeah, AI. I'm not AI. You're AI. Man, old head knit. No, I heard it. I heard the noise. Your parents can't hear this. It's like a really high-pitched frequency noise for those who really couldn't hear it. If you're out there, I don't. I doubt that you were out there for some reason. I bet you everybody could hear that. Epstein, Clinton. Look, some interesting things there maybe, but I'm gonna have to help you guys out on some of these particular nuances and details. Because, okay, the Clintons are being deposed. Okay. But, you know, some of you might, even if you're like, okay, but whatever, I don't care about that. You might wonder, well, why are they there? Why are they being questioned, deposed? Who's running that? And all the other maybe kind of surrounding things you may have heard you're unaware of. Hopefully I can maybe clear this up for you just a little bit. Nick said I can hear that, but I can't hear the haters though. Nick's just trying to convince us he heard it so he can beat the Unk allegations. I don't know if I'll beat him. Every day I'm more Unk. Every day the Unkification sets in. And no amount of... I don't have a response. Okay. My brain is not rotted enough. But, so here's the things on the top of my packet. Clinton, a couple of these things I want to just sort of get into loosely. I have some various thoughts. I'm sure they'll come back to me. I'm sure they will. But you got the Clintons. They're going to be deposed. Are you an uncle, Nick? I guess I am. I am an uncle. I've been an uncle for a long time, actually. You know, that's a good question there, Brian, because I've actually been an unc for a very long time. I've been an unc for as long as I can remember. I've been an unc since I was like 12 years old. Because I got a strange family. My grandma's my mom, so her daughters, my aunts, are my sisters. That's how I grew up. And so their kids, my cousins, I remember them calling me uncle growing up, but I was like a kid. I was a kid like that. It was weird. They're like, "That's my uncle," trying to make sense of our what's the word? What's the military word for warfare that's not like straightforward? Nick got a black family tree. You get it. You know, what's the military word for warfare that's not straightforward? What is it? It's like incongruent warfare, but that's not it. Not cold warfare. You know, doesn't matter. But I mean, I call him brother. I always called my cousin / nephew brother, and that kind of cleared that up. Asymmetrical. John Gray, the general. John Gray, the general, with the Medrano. We got generals in the chat. Yeah, asymmetrical. Our asymmetrical family, aka black. Nick, so yeah, that's the unk. I've been an unk for a long time. Trump is an unk. And Bill Clinton is like, allegedly. Hold on, where is it? Where'd I put it? Allegedly. The little Daily Mail thing came out that Bill Clinton, who is being deposed over this oversight committee, allegedly he's defended Donald Trump. This is a recorded but behind closed doors deposition that's going on with the Clintons right now. There's talk that they will release this these interviews. But as it stands, you know, that's why it's like allegedly and all that. But that's the little thing that came out right now. Kind of interesting. Bill Clinton has allegedly defended Donald Trump during his deposition over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Trump has James Comer, the chair of the Oversight Committee, claimed this, that Trump, that according to him, that Bill Clinton said Trump has never said anything to make me think he was involved. So yeah, they're challenging it. This characterization was challenged by Democrat Rep. Robert Garcia, who claimed it's not an accurate description. And I gather that this was, if you just take in the quote, Trump has never said anything to me that to make me think he was involved. That totally sounds like it was a line of questioning. It totally sounds like it could be a line of questioning. And even if he wants to imply something else, they were probably hammering him and saying, okay, but did you say? No, I mean, I think they should be investigated. Republicans. No, but have you seen Trump say anything? Oh, you should investigate. I don't know. What has Trump said? Trump has never said anything to me to make me think he was involved, right? So it could very well be just like they nailed him to say it. That being but doesn't change that he said it, right? Doesn't change that he said it. They can characterize it how they want, whatever. But that was a little thing that came out, and it's interesting too. It's a little bit different. Comparing Hillary Clinton, again, with the space given of how it was characterized by Republicans. You know, it was Hillary. Let me pull this up. Where was she? Because she was way more. Yeah, during her closed-door deposition before the House Oversight Committee on February 26th, Hillary Clinton called for President Trump to be questioned about his connections to Epstein. She accused the Republican-led committee of conducting one-side expedition, fishing expedition, etc. I got some thoughts for you on that in a sec. But it was just a little moment there with Clinton. Call it the man versus the woman. You know, she's an emotion. She could get a little nasty.
Shouldn't waste your time or
when she gets the screws put on her, right? Hillary, the woman, I've seen her get a little flustered, you know. I've seen her get a little bit flustered. Bill maybe would not want to say the most radical of things, right? Pedo protector, etc. He's a Democrat, but he's not insane. Or whatever. They caught Trump here for a moment, asking him about it. About this probe on the Clintons.
About President Bill Clinton being deposed and that sets precedent for you and your family.
I don't like seeing him deposed, but, you know, they certainly went after me a lot more than that. I don't like him. I like him, and I don't like seeing him deposed.
I liked him, he says.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, Howard would go in and do whatever he has to say. He's a very innocent guy, doing a good job.
You know, that's just like a little bit of Trump. Kind of always a class act. He said this before any names were named, before anything was named. He's like, you know, I really don't want to see people dragged and investigated and all that don't need to be, that I'd hate to see them that way. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But, you know, because he knows that there's a lot of there's a lot of BS. There's some truth. A lot's been investigated, and people could be in the crosshairs that don't need to be. You know, it could very well be that Clinton just, you know, even if nailed down, he meant it. You know, from whatever I saw nothing coming bad from Trump. So that's a little bit from Daily Mail, little thing that came out. But they're coming out with, like, he came out with a statement before the deposition, which really does follow along with what Hillary was saying, which is, you know, they're coming after, basically both saying they did nothing wrong. Essentially, they did nothing wrong, and that this is one-sided, either full on saying it or implying it. And then, you know, Clinton with his statement basically saying the same thing. And why is this happening, right? Like you have this oversight committee led by the Republicans, James Comer. He's leading this oversight committee to investigate into Jeffrey Epstein's activities, specifically the scope of his influence among powerful figures, how he accumulated his wealth, and his connection and surrounding with elites, presidents, politicians, celebrities, and its potential and the potential intelligence. What's it called? Intelligence leaks / problems with all this. So that's what they've been doing, and they've been bringing in a number of people. You heard names like Howard Lutnick. And includes these Clintons. With this latest release of Epstein-related documents, there's been now a renewed scrutiny to a bunch of people. And so what's going on is there is a renewed scrutiny, some possible real leads, and then a bunch of politics. You understand? And then overall, that is like, an insane misinformation / just like not even campaign, but call it like self-run campaign. It's like you didn't even have to do it. The people's insane public mind already primed, thinking about cabals and pedos and rings and just blackmail. There's a whole overarching false Epstein, just like a total false narrative on top of the whole thing. So the Clintons were subpoenaed specifically because of their documented connection with the Clintons. But from what I gather, there's no new criminal allegations. Okay? This is my opinion. This is my opinion of this here. Look, let me just say this, and we'll get to more things here. Hold on. There's the documented Jeffrey Epstein, and then a lot of the unproven conspiratorial layers on top, and over conjecture and implication. The core facts come from these records, right? These documents. Low volume. Mic check. So where was I? So the core, all the facts and all this come from these multiple investigations and release of documents with Epstein. You're familiar. And they come from the victim testimonies, the FBI investigations, and the Maxwell's trial, and the massive document releases. Mic check. Are you serious? Test. 1, 2, 3, mic check. Testing 1, 2, 3, mic check. It's like in the red. The show's always like red. Clipping like crazy. I got the gain plus 10. Like it should not. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm just gonna turn it up. Let's turn it up. Mic check. Ooh. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 2. Test. It's a touch loud. See, I thought so. Mic check. I'm gonna go with these levels, okay? So where was I? The proven Epstein, so to speak. What they call the sex trafficking operation. And of course I have my qualms even about that. And we've been over it, but sex trafficking, the whole, again, plays on this assumption of like violently trafficked children and victims, women, when they're like closer to, prostitutes, and definitely very vulnerable in a sense. I'll I want because people with broken homes, girls that come out of broken homes, and then the lives that they lead. Sure, you could say they were vulnerable. It's a characterization we can agree on it for communication purposes. But that sex trafficking operation, which has been deeply investigated, the countless victims have come out. They've been paid. Countless liars have come up making up stuff, just crazy things. Like, you got to check out Michael Tracy for those. Just insane lies that people to this day make full YouTube videos about, with sad music in the background going like, there's dark things happening in our world. Millions of views, and they're talking about allegations made by proven liars. One was like this one woman who just dreamed that Epstein and Trump raped her, and that's like in the files, right? But so that's like the insane allegation. But this so-called, what we'll call the sex trafficking operation, that's like the proven Epstein. He was the primary. He is. This is like the known thing. Like, he was the primary client abuser, they'll call him, right? He's the primary abuser of these victims, and then alongside Ghislaine, and then possible claims of others that he may have shared those people with others, like Bill Gates, etc. They'll deny it. They say, no, that's not true. There's no like video evidence of these things. There's no like, not that, right? But that's how it stands. As it stands, he was the primary person. And that's the whole thing. Very little credible evidence from that I've seen of systematic honeypot, and that stuff. So where was I? My opinion. Clinton's. They're bringing him in over something that is, how do I put this? This is old stuff. It seems to me, this is just my opinion, seems a little trumped up. I'm really not trying to be funny there. Just kind of trumped up over ties that are old, investigated. For them to come up and say, well, yeah, you guys have all the evidence already. We stand by, we did nothing wrong. It's like, that's just like my opinion. And to clear this co-conspirator thing up, now there's like there were these names that were unredacted. Thomas Massie came out big. Hey, there should be new scrutiny on these names. And you heard some of them. There's this guy named Wexner, Leslie Wexner. This individual is tied to Epstein's beginnings in finance. You see, at one point, this Wexner gave him power of attorney over his millions and millions of dollars. I'm not sure why. I think that's one of the questions. But he says, yeah, at one point we were friends, and I gave him allowed to do all this money because he was going to do business or whatever. And then I find out he's conning me. And I cut ties. Now, these files came out, and people are scrutinizing, saying the cutting of ties wasn't as clean as you said. And why did you give him all that money? And he, as it stands, he's saying, hey, he's a con man. So the story ostensibly is Epstein conned him way into this money and ran this sordid stuff in the background, prostitution and all that. So this whole thing about cover up. Look, I want to clear up co-conspirators. They're saying they unredacted these names, and that the Trump admin had said that Wexner and these others are likely co-conspirators. And so the big characterization of that whole thing is that the Trump admin had these names. They considered them prosecutable and criminals, but they decided not to. So that's a cover-up. That's not at all how you should be able to how you should characterize that. Although I agree that maybe going after these Clintons is is politics. I might think that a bit. This 2019 internal FBI memo about the possible co-conspirators is because of this this Transparency Act, right, that Trump signed, forcing release of the millions of pages. In the initial 2025 drop, some names in the 2019 memo were redacted. Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, Republican and Democrat, got together to get the unredacted versions. They unredacted it, and including names that included Wexner. But is this the Trump admin saying that they believed them to be criminals that they should go after? No, this memo was an investigation into possibles, not a conclusion of guilt. And on Wexner, they say, well, all we have is what we had from the beginning, that he gave, that this power of attorney thing happened, and then he said, hey, I don't like him. He conned me, actually. Right, so that's it on that. On the co-conspirator thing. So, okay, pedophile rings, nothing. Big blackmail of our politicians, waiting on it. Con man who made some money and had this prostitution thing going on. Right, that's all we gather, right? So, give me something real, right, for me to care about it. So I'm not... Nothing against Trump. So, anyways, I'm moving on. But where was I? Where was I? I forget where I was, but yeah, leave the Clintons alone, maybe. Was he Mossad? Whatever. Where was I? I forget. I swear I had something particularly interesting about this. That's why I brought it up. The key to it. I forget. Yeah, Clintons. Forget it. It was clear in my mind. Leave Hillary alone. Wait, what is this? Yeah, that was I forget the key. What was the key? It was maybe just Clinton saying Trump's chill. Oh well. Oh well. Whoa. I can't remember. I know Tracy's been going off. He gets OF girls telling him to kill himself. Oh, man, I can't remember. Haters gonna hate Epstein aura. Is that a real picture? That's awesome. You're gonna tell me this is not aura? What? I haven't even seen this. I didn't know this existed. Are you peeping the drip? Haters gonna hate. Michael Tracy, kill yourself. He responds with just a picture of her profile. Your favorite e-girl with incredibly based opinions. So based. pepperoni pizza. Stop it. We're just scrolling down Michael Tracy's now. We're just scrolling down his account here for a sec. We're just running it down mid. Epstein objectively had a much closer long-term relationship with Donald Trump than he did with Clinton. If Bill and even Hillary have to give depositions, why the hell should a Trump? See, he's not like a Trump supporter. He's like, or like not, or he's what is it? I don't think he's like ostensibly like a Trump supporter. I think he's left a little bit, liberal maybe. So you could trust him a little bit on this, right? I'm being maybe objective in some way. But it's, you know what, this statement adds to what I was thinking, honestly. Like, I don't know if the Clintons, I don't think the Clintons should. And you know what? If for that reason Trump shouldn't even. It's like, if you think the Clintons should be deposed and you're like, yeah, Republican Oversight Committee, it's like, you don't see that it's politics, then who's to say, right? With that logic, you used to say Trump should too. And I agree with Tracy. Yeah, like bringing in the Clintons for this old stuff. And I like Trump. I like he was like, I don't like it either. But he did make a great point. He made a great point. You could call it petty and like just wanting to divide and fight, but it was absolutely true. They went after him for crap. Destroying any like does anybody even care about the government, justice, the law, the rule of law? Like, we all know it's fake now. We all know it's fake and it's politics. And he just said something that was true, and I appreciated him for sticking to that. Even though he doesn't like seeing it, going after the Clintons like that, I think he's thinking like I'm thinking. Are we still talking about Epstein? That creep. And maybe that was just for the cameras. I'm sure the president knows that Jeffrey Epstein is a real guy. He's a human being too. Okay, I'm sure he knows it. But yeah, it's like, I agree with Tracy. Like, if you could say Trump had a longer relationship, although everything comes out saying that he didn't like what Epstein was doing, but for that reason, that's why the Clintons should be there. Like, for what? What are they being deposed over? The oldest stuff. Unless I'm missing it. That's why my lines are open. But, you know, I bet you what Trump is thinking. Like, ooh, you guys still talking about Epstein?
Mr. Epstein, were you sexually abused as a minor? Were you sexually abused as a minor?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Talking about this guy that's great?
Leave the Clintons alone. But I think, so it's dumb. It's all his politics, man. This is politics. So, okay, someone could tell me why I should care about Wexner and Lutnick, but yeah, maybe there's some like, maybe there's like a, look, we can agree there's a swamp. There's a freaking swamp. And, yeah, I don't know. Like, I sure investigate them. Is it true that no Republicans showed up for the Wexner thing? That's what Hillary said. No, they don't want to give any attention to investigating Wexner. Why should I care? That's a sincere question. I'm just hearing that name now, right? Lately with all of you in the news, and now it's a new thing. It's a trend. Maybe there's some strange stuff like cover up of something. I don't know. Tell me why I should care. I'm willing to hear. What else? I think we're done with this. Yeah, leave the Clintons alone. I'm with Tracy. like this is making more sense to you now, right? You're maybe somewhat confused. Instead of screaming about obviously made-up child rape allegations, if you want to ask Trump about something, how about this dinner Epstein's personal chef told the FBI that Trump attended? Oh, whatever, Tracy. But yeah, he's on this. Check him out.
I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record.
If House Republicans really wasted everyone's time asking Hillary Clinton about Pizzagate, that's truly pathetic. It shows how preposterously low IQ this whole thing has gotten.
Numerous times.
Yeah.
It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate.
No way.
One of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on.
Is that really how Republicans are doing this?
The internet?
Bro. Yeah, we can't have nice things because it's like everyone's stupid. Trump is here. He's saving America. Did you forget? And I remember saying this when he first became president. I saw like right away how even in the wake of him winning, I saw people just giving up. They were like, the moment I saw them say America was saved, they saw Trump become president in 2016. I remember thinking, I think he's saying this. I saw people saying America's saved, and I knew that was a lie. I knew that's not true. I was like, yeah, let's vote for him. Let's do it. But when people are like, and then the guy next to me is like, America's saved. I'm like, it makes me go like, wait, hold on. No, we voted for him because like things got to change and a country is full of us. Like we're the voters. Like what about us? What do we do? What's next for us? What do we got to change? I just knew that was so wrong. And so this is proof because our side cares. If our side cares so much about this, that Republicans are going to bring Hillary Clinton in and ask her about Pizzagate? If it's true what she's saying, and UFOs, if it's true what she's saying, this is right. This was a recorded behind the closed door thing. She's come out of the deposition and she's making her statement. If it's true what she's saying, I think that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, someone call me and tell me, no, Nick, Pizzagate is real. Like, and I'm telling you, tell me something besides implication. Emails of people saying, I ordered, how do you like those pizzas? Sure. Strange. Maybe even some of these emails like weird, like weird, right? But besides that, like you got to consider that you and I have what the Republicans have about Pizzagate. Wouldn't that be so ridiculous if I had Hillary in front of me after, hey, what does pizza mean, Hillary? She's going to say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if we were as if we gave the like conspiratorial side as much leeway or, give them as many bones, throw them a bone here. Understand what I'm trying to say here. Even if we were as like their characterization was true, then that means you're talking to a Pizzagate compromised person. Hillary wouldn't tell you the truth. She would say, pizza, I don't know what you're talking about. You have it. Those Republicans at the oversight have as much as I have about Pizzagate. Like, what about this email that says pizza? And that's supposed to be like a serious deposition? Like,
I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times. It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet, that was serving as the basis of a member's questions to me. I don't know how many times.
Even if even if it's like, no, Nick, you don't get it. She's obviously covering up and lying. It's like there really is Pizzagate. That's not that's just like, obviously the Republican oversight is just going along with your conspiratarded, like okay, Pizzagate's obviously important. Let's ask her about Pizzagate. But she's just gonna ask them what we have, which is the same darn emails that as implication. Like, do you don't see how stupid that is? You don't see how that's politics? That's not getting to the truth. Asking Hillary Clinton about Pizzagate and UFOs. That's the retardation of the Republicans, no? Of the voters, of the right wing. Like, some of y'all. Who is she saying this to? Reporters, I think. I mean, I believe this. She's speaking after the Epstein testimony. ABC News Live was presenting it. I mean, we could gather that from the Chiron, the lower third. But yeah, they made statements. Hillary and Bill Clinton actually put out a statement before going in. But yeah, this is Hillary Clinton speaking after her Epstein testimony. And she's allowed to say what happened there, right? We don't see it yet. They're saying they'll release all that, but whatever. From what I've seen so far, we should not care about them. Hey, release the interview with Clinton. Like, it's obviously nothing. Oh, I see. Everything is fake. I mean, more like, who is the audience of that statement? Who cares? Hold on. I have an autism moment. I'm thinking one-dimensionally, maybe. What are you talking about? Yeah, like Clinton. Who's she speaking to? I don't know if there was like a like a true audience she was speaking to besides like maybe people who are not with Trump. I think she was just being matter of fact as to what happened at that deposition, because we don't have we're not privy to any recording or anything. I think she's just being straight up with what happened and what they asked her about UFOs and Pizzagate, besides questions about Epstein, which she says I have nothing to do with. I've never been to this place, and I've said that multiple times. So yeah, politics. This is so stupid, and the Republicans are peddling in it, in my opinion, unless I'm seeing this wrong. It makes one say, now it would have people, how do I put this? I mean, if the Republicans are playing politics, I'm not a Republican strategist or defender or GOP defender. I'm not campaigning for them. I'm not, hey, we're going to get votes for them. Not at all. But if you're so right, everything is fake. It's all such personal details and BS. So true, man. But where was I? Where was I? Right, she's denying it. Where was I? Doesn't matter, obviously. It does not matter, obviously. Oh yeah, sorry, my mic was muted. But I was saying, look, I'm not like a GOP defender, like a strategist or anything. So I have to go. I don't have to like go and defend anything. But let's say you're out there like big time, like you just like big time defending it. No, there's nothing here. There's nothing Epstein. You don't get it. You just hate. You're just a Democrat. You hate Trump. Let's say you're like GOP defender, like that's maybe your job or something, like, and you're out there doing that. And they're coming out, they're saying, what are you covering up? It's a cover up, Republican cover up. And then the Republicans come out and play politics like this. you're a GOP. Your job is like defending the GOP here. Wouldn't that be? What's the word? It's not evidence, but that's like a thing you got to defend. You know what I mean? There's no cover up, but let's come out and bring the Clintons out. What are you trying to take our attention away? I'm not one saying that, but I'm not one saying this way or that way. I don't have like a big thing about it. But right, you're out there, you're saying there's no cover up. Shut up, there's no cover up. And then Republicans are like, hey, pay attention to this, obviously political nothing. Yeah, but it's all Democrats in these files. Is that even true? I think that's, I don't know. It's like I don't even know. It's not all Democrats. It's like everybody. But I don't even like that statement. Like, it's all, what do you mean in these files? Like, what's the statement there? Let me move on from that. Because I don't even know if Democrats are in the files to that big of a degree. But where was I?
Politician coming here, as a politician coming here, trying to convince the public that we are there to serve, we are there to represent them, that the conspiracies they read in the darker reaches of the internet are nonsense, and that there isn't a elite paedophile ring that runs the world's institutions, becomes increasingly difficult to maintain when actually we see these links in the files that go directly from the Kremlin to the White House and everywhere in between, including the British royal family.
Bro.
As a politician coming...
QAnon conspiratardation is happening in the big Western governments. They're going after previous politicians, Prince Andrew, right? That whole thing. You want to just say, you want to just do the easy thing and just pull the lever on. Obviously, this is, there's smoke, there's fire. Let this happen. It's something weird. You want to be quick and pull that lever when you don't see how crazy the world is and crazy people are. What's the evidence of this? He's like, they want to say on the internet, there's no satanic pedophiles. There's no satanic, but we're seeing that there's what is he even saying here? What's he even saying here?
Are nonsense, and that there isn't.
They want to say it's nonsense, and there isn't elite pedophile ring
that runs the world's institutions, becomes increasing.
This is their politicians, and they're getting overrun by immigrants, Muslims. Their women are voting, and they're absolute whores, and they love everything wrong. And he's like, we need to save Britain. Stop the pedophile rings. Am I making this up? Someone call me and tell me, no, Nick, you're being dumb. There's obviously pedophile rings.
Difficult to maintain when actually we see these links in the files that go directly from the Kremlin to the White House.
And it's like, what links? Okay, from the Kremlin to the White House. Yes, look, there's a communication. And so there's pedophile rings.
And everywhere in between, including...
Look, it says pizza.
The British royal family.
Somebody take away the internet to this person, okay? Or get him out of the parliament. Like, obviously I'm crashing out and overreacting. I don't know anything about that guy, but...
Overall...
incredible. The number of journalists and streamers who are willing to publicly declare as though established fact that such and such figure raped children is truly astonishing. Those crazed allegations against Trump could not possibly be more obvious fabrication. And he's responding to this. I see this all the time now. He did it. He raped children. U.S. Justice Department accused of withholding Trump-related Epstein files. He did it. He raped children. Million views. I'm a journalist streamer. Look, I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist streamer. I talk about politics. He did it. He raped children. Journalism. We did it. It's all here, folks. Journalism. Incredible. The accusations against Trump that were supposedly covered up in the Epstein files relates to a Jane Doe accuser who claimed in 2019 to have been drugged and raped by Epstein in South Carolina in the 80s when she was 13. There's no evidence that Epstein ever resided or vacationed in South Carolina, nor that he ever plied anyone with drugs. He was known to abstain entirely from drugs and alcohol and prohibited it in his presence, by the way. Did you know that? He was straight. I think he said something funny about potheads. I think Epstein said something pretty funny about potheads. But yeah, straight edge, sober-minded individual. How do you think you could have this much aura and you think he's on drugs? No, it was pure charm. No way. Now I'm making him out like a rock star. Okay, I like having fun. Okay, you want to clip this? You want to be like, he's a whatever, Nick's whatever. I like having fun. Okay, like, can we have a little fun on Friday? And it's like, you think it was drugs? No. It was pure charm. It was Riz. It was Riz alone. It was Riz. Yeah, they were underage. It's wrong. It was wrong. Okay, they were underage. It was wrong. But he plied them with drugs. He drugged them up. Creepo, weirdo. No, he rizzed them up fair and square. Okay, let's chill. He rizzed them up fair and square. Epstein's angels. Okay. There's no evidence Epstein ever resided. He ever plied anyone with drugs. He was known to abstain entirely from drugs and alcohol, and prohibited in his presence. More relevantly, the lawsuit was brought by Lisa Bloom, who previously made fraudulent rape claims against Trump, namely the Katie Johnson lawsuit in 2016, which was a publicity stunt cooked up by a former Jerry Springer show producer, alleging that Trump and Epstein violently gang raped a 13-year-old in the 90s. It was subsequently exposed as a total hoax. That's so funny. I was trying to move on, but more funny, interesting things keep coming up about Epstein, and we just keep riffing. We're just riffing. We just keep riffing. Okay, with the razzle dazzle. That's so funny. That's so funny. He's straight. He rizzed them up fair and square. Look, the guy on pure charm, genius charm, and obviously dangerous good looks. Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody else could have done it. Okay, no one like him. One of a kind. Okay, we're just riffing. We're just riffing. Michael Tracy, the liberal not exactly a Trump supporter, known Trump critic, Michael Tracy, is actually defending men here in this one. Thomas Massie, you know him as the individual who teamed up with Ro Khanna, the Democrat, which is whatever. It's not always a bad. It's not, but whatever. Came out with this thing, wanting to unredact the names of individuals, saying, "Hey, these people are covering it up. I'm Thomas Massie. I'm a real guy." Larry Summers will resign from teaching at Harvard as the university reviews his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. There was, he was one of those names, unredacted, right? And so now there's renewed scrutiny on the guy. Like, what? Guess what happens with just merely renewed scrutiny and stuff like that? People like Bill Gates, Larry Summers, without any evidence exactly what happened, they resigned from their organizations, whatever. Larry Summers is resigning from Harvard. Look, I don't know exactly what happened. But Thomas Massie takes this as news. He's like, "You're welcome. It's not a hoax. You're welcome. Look what we did." He's taking credit for it. You know, maybe it's not a hoax. I don't know. Maybe Larry Summers did something terrible, but I'm an American citizen voter, right? Thomas Massie is supposed to be this representative, and he's like, I'm going to get the truth. Well, Thomas Massie, you've come out with big implications of that's what they're saying about these people. Pedo ring, rapist, right? Because it's all implications. It's like it's all just when you don't nail down the story, you have all the possibilities are on the table, which is what? Pedo ring, right? Rapist, pedo guy. So what has Massie come out and done? All he's done is unredact a name. Is he some big champion hero that has defeated and brought down a criminal? It's unclear, especially for someone for me. It's totally unclear. Where's the evidence, Thomas Massie? You're all these open claims about this individual, Larry Summers, a man. Michael Tracy, however, the liberal, not Trump critic, coming in defense of men. Larry Summers was caught expressing romantic attraction to a tenured professor of economics in her 30s. That's all the files have revealed so far about this Larry Summers. Meanwhile, you defamed several innocent men as incriminated in heinous child sex crimes. Right on, Michael Tracy. You know, the right wing just ain't got strong men anymore, huh? I thought that was really a good exchange, because if it's true, Massie, then make it happen, right? Like, here's the evidence, this is the hearing, but all you've done is unredact a name. Now all these allegations are on the table. It's no surprise he would resign. That's what you do these days, right? I wish a man would get all sorts of allegations against him, and he just doesn't resign. And he's just like, yeah, that's all fake. F you. Let me go back to work. And whatever, if it's true, then it's true. But as it stands, it's like, Massie, respond to Tracy. As far as it stands, this is like defamation. Or, you know, you want to stand on this incrimination, but he was caught expressing romantic. So he thought someone was attractive in his emails. Wow. What a criminal. What a nasty, disgusting criminal. He thought a 30-year-old, a professor of economics, that's a predator. That's basically a predator. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. People are evil. They're like into gossip. And then a lot of people got mad at Jesse over that. But as the days have gone by, let's be real. People are into gossip. But anyways, I didn't expect to find so many gold nuggets here with Michael Tracy, a real journalist. A real journalist. YouTube video essays are the worst, he says. I was just saying this. You have some guy talking somberly into camera, reading a contrived little script as though educating the masses from a place of presumed authority, and it's totally batshit. This already has millions of views in 2 days.
Crimes horrific beyond our imagination. But right now, there are more emails depicting crimes horrific beyond our imagination. Emails that reveal...
Oh my gosh, look! There's pictures of Epstein with babies! It's like the baby of like a friend, like an actual family friend. It's like a normal picture of a baby. I don't know about this one, but others have been proven to be what I just said.
Beyond our imagination. Emails that reveal things about our world that are beyond what we thought was possible. There are records available right now that show that the truth about Epstein is far darker than what we had originally even feared. For decades, our society has been obsessed with the idea of secret elite gatherings where the rich and powerful engage in dark rituals behind closed doors. Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, released in 1999, just weeks after his death.
Dude, did you see Eyes Wide Shut, though? Like, it's real, dude. It's real.
Depicted masked aristocrats conducting occult sexual ceremonies in mansions, and we saw it as an example.
I'm not even trying to be that hard on the conspiratards and conspiracy people. I love y'all. I get that Kubrick's film, Pizzagate, the connections with Podesta, the language used, fine. If you wanted to be charitable, you could say then that there is a lead. But that's what it was. That wasn't. You're not supposed to come out and make a video and just say, "Eyes Wide Shut." Guys, you remember Eyes Wide Shut? No, that was what like conspiracy guys like years ago when that movie came out. They set up the groundwork, supposed leads. You're supposed to like, go further on, so to speak. That's so low hanging fruit. Like, did you guys remember seeing Eyes Wide Shut though? Like, it's real, bro. It's real.
Exaggerated metaphor, a filmmaker's dream about wealth and depravity pushed to the nightmarish extreme for the sake of storytelling. But now there's this huge cultural resurgence around the movie because the Epstein files have made it impossible to see things like this as just movies anymore. The masked parties, the trafficked women, the implication that anyone who looks too close will be silenced, the idea that the real world operates on a set of rules that ordinary people are never allowed to see, it's not fiction anymore. If anything, the reality appears like it's probably far worse. But when the Epstein library was released, something strange happened. Because buried in these millions of emails across years of correspondence with countless different people, Epstein and the people around him were essentially speaking in a way that is exactly like what Pizzagate had described. And it's in there over and over again. The word pizza itself appears in the Epstein files over 900 times, with countless examples that make it clear they weren't actually talking about food.
No way. Man, this is the brain nuke of all brain nukes, at least lately. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Everybody OMG. Thank you, Bernie Bound Brian, super chatting just for the gossiper face and voice impersonation. Some of you are cracking up with this one. But man, I didn't even know we were going to have this much on Epstein, but I welcome it. This is like, this has its own interesting side to it, doesn't it? The pitfalls of the mind. We love you, conspiratards. Thank you, Bernie Bound Brian, with the back-to-back super chats and everybody supporting the show in the stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself here. We're gonna keep it moving here in a sec. Okay, thank you, Gustavo, Jermaine, someone, all those coffees. That's amazing. We're gonna keep it moving here in a sec. There's plenty of other things. There's plenty of other things. Incredible. So thank you, Michael Tracy. Leave the Clintons alone. I got a different view of Massie now. And what else? I think that's it. Impersonating the imposter, imposing on people. They're just imposers. So dark-hearted. Leave him alone. Leave Epstein alone. He was a real guy. You were just jealous of his riz. Bro, did you watch the... that's hilarious. Okay, anyways. Look, I'm willing to discuss it. What am I getting wrong? 844-900-2229. This is live and from the heart, from the top, from the heart. We saw this together. Okay? If you're wondering why, it's like, why is Nick thinking this? We just saw this all together. I presented my work for you. And like my mind and my heart. The least you could do is show me yours. Don't judge me. The least you could do is show me your heart and what you think. Treat me like an equal. Show me some love. Okay. Let's see. I got awesome videos for you, I think. Like this wrong way truck driver. For those who haven't seen it.
How much of a winning issue it is.
Did you guys ever have to think about trucks before? I never used to have to think about trucks. Like driving around, like I'm thinking trucks. It's a truck. You know, be careful. You know, make sure it sees you if you're doing any maneuvering. And, you know, if you're in front of one, consider the distance a truck needs to brake, especially at speed. But other than that, I've never had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, truck drivers are pretty good, right? They're like, You know, they're professionals.
How much?
I'm watching trucks, man. Yeah, it's not the. It's not the trucks are possibly ticking time bombs all in the streets. Okay.
How much of a winning issue it is?
18-wheeler going the wrong way down southbound 61. He is on the northbound lanes of 61, going the wrong way.
Special ed, maybe?
You can see I'm
What do you
going
think?
southbound on 61. He's in the northbound lanes on Highway 61.
I want to imagine the truck drivers just jamming the 9 Vicious. This is how the truck driver feeling right now.
You are everything. You are everything. You my everything. You my everything. Get you a wedding ring.
The cars are just going by. The cars are going by. And he's just got 9 Vicious on. Like,
Might let you meet a team. Sipping on the train.
also, he's like Muslim. A foreigner, I believe. What's the word on Missouri? Wrong way truck driver. Wrong way truck driver failed language proficiency test. A Somali truck driver failed an English proficiency test after getting pulled over for driving the wrong way on Highway 61 in Lincoln County. Missouri State Highway Patrol said he could not identify road signs and required to hold a commercial driver's license. Trump was literally just saying it. He was literally just saying, these illegals, they can't read basic road signs in a basic English. The driver wasn't able to complete the English proficiency test. Authorities said the driver could not comprehend road signs and failed an English proficiency test. What? How did you get a CDL? How'd you get a CDL? Was it another Somalian? You know? The Lincoln County prosecutor said the citations are the extent of which can be handled locally. In Missouri, they have to understand English, take the test in English, and pass the road sign test here. So you wonder how they got one, right? Yeah. There's like corrupt Democrats in the blue. They're running it blue, but it's another level of corruption. It's ethnic. It's an ethnic, like an ethnic thing. Like a Somali got, they got a Somali giving out the CDLs, and now there's no rules, maybe we can a multi-ethnic thing, but it's got to be like handled by a strong system, and those running the system can't be like Lee Kuan Yew and early Singapore. We got way too many different races. No, we can't just do honor system. No, we can't do juries. Yeah, fine, we'll have Somali truck drivers, but the people giving out the CDLs have to be that position has to be militantly protected. It cannot be a Somali. It cannot be anything but someone close to the state. I know I'm talking like not even ethnic and nationalist. Like, that's how weird things get when you have a multi-ethnic thing going on here. You got to have different solutions. La mano dura. And so that's what happened here, in my opinion. I don't know exactly what happened, but if it's not this case, it's another one. It's not that it's like a Gavin Newsom, yes, they're corrupt, and it's like, yeah, we want more immigrants. Yes, we're getting votes. Yes, open up no, those aren't criminals. No, that's not an illegal. That's a migrant. But that same Gavin Newsom type, those are migrants, not illegals, is not like, right, taking it to the next level of corruption. No. It's like that Gavin Newsom type got a little older or whatever, and he's like, yeah, no, they're just like us. And, yeah, sure, he can take my job or work with me. My time's up anyways. I'm retiring or whatever. Somali now has that position. Floodgates are open now. no rules. Now it's like a new low, a brand new low. No rules. You don't even speak English. Doesn't matter. You speak my language. You speak Somalian. As far as I'm concerned, you could drive a big old semi.
It is. 18-wheeler going the wrong way down southbound 61.
Having a hard lot of money, I'm in the pain. What you want? She call me every day, I know what you coming for. She take my phone, she right now I'm home alone. I'm sipping on these drink, on these light patrol. Niggas taking swag.
Okay. Someone asked me to get into this. Someone called me yesterday and they told me to get into this, but hold on. Video of the week.
Yes, I am. Yeah, you guys. I call retarded people retarded. And I'm on the side of Trader Joe's.
Tell everybody what Trader Joe's you work at.
I work at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side, 96th Street, nigga. Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
It's Trader Joe's for life.
Yeah. You hear that? Dropping the N-bomb. Slurs. That's absurd.
Yo, video of the week? Video of the week?
Yeah, you guys. I call retarded people retarded. And I'm on the side of Trader Joe's.
Tell everybody what Trader Joe's you work at.
I work at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side, 96th Street, nigga. Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
It's Trader Joe's for life.
Yeah. You hear that? Dropping the N-bomb.
Okay, this is Nick Shirley. You recognize him? He uncovered all that fraud and a whole bunch of it in Minnesota. It was great. And Nick Shirley, you know him, right? Just a guy with a camera going around revealing the Leering Center of Minnesota, and the Somalians, they feared his face. He would then arrive to a daycare and they knew him. And they said, "Get out, stop filming." Many a Somali, wary of this very mug, this very face, striking fear into the Somali's hearts. You know, not that I want them to live in fear. It's not like something I want. It's not something I want. I want fraudsters to live in fear. That Nick Shirley is going to get him. Now that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, this guy. See, what's funny about the story goes, this guy actually hates Nick Shirley. He's like and it starts making sense that he's a Trader Joe's employee. You know, I don't know if everyone's like this, but I get this general impression the Trader Joe's culture might be maybe a little liberal. Just an impression. But this guy, the story goes, this guy actually sees Nick Shirley in the streets, starts accosting him. He does not like him.
This guy got 2 people killed in Minneapolis. Do not show him respect. Do not show him respect. Fuck you.
This guy got 2 killed, which is ridiculous, right? You want to say that he wants to put the deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy on Nick Shirley. It shouldn't be on anyone else but them.
2 people killed in Minneapolis. Do not show him respect. Do not show him.
So he doesn't like him. That's actually the contest. And so I don't know what it is. He's just hyped up in this. He's crashing out. He's emotionally charged. He's being filmed. He's flustered. And I don't know what he thought strategically here. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking here to make him say such a phrase. But instantly viral, an instant classic, obviously.
Guy not American and Azerbaijani. That's verbatim what you just said in live stream.
You're the homophobic.
So you're xenophobic out here.
Yes.
Saying he's not a nationality.
I'm homophobic and xenophobic, and I'm coming for Nick Shirley's ass.
Take your mask off. All right. At least we know who our opponent is.
I'm coming for your ass, dude. I'm from Trader Joe's, and we're not fucking around anymore.
I'm sure Trader Joe's is gonna run away from this statement. Imagine having an employee that just admitted that they're xenophobic and homophobic on live.
You see, so there's a couple of levels here. Obviously, we jump into the middle, but they're having some sort of conversation where the Trader Joe's anti-Nick Shirley defending, right, seemingly maybe anti-ICE, is obviously some moment happened where now he's, I guess, homophobic and xenophobic. Now he's the lefty seems like that, right? But I don't know. It's kind of cringe because now these guys got to be like, hey, you can't be racist. That's wrong. You're not supposed to be racist. So now they got to play that up, which might be fine, right? In all's fair in war or whatever. Might be just a strategic thing. Use their morality against them.
Xenophobic out here.
Yes.
Saying he's not a nationality.
I'm homophobic and xenophobic, and I'm coming for Nick Shirley's
well, at
ass.
least you take your mask off. All right.
Yeah.
At least we know who our opponent
I'm coming
is
for
this
your
time.
ass, dude. I'm
What are
from
you gonna
Trader
do?
Joe's, and we're not fucking around anymore.
I'm sure Trader Joe's is
Yeah,
going to run away from this statement. Imagine having an employee that just admitted that they're xenophobic and homophobic on live stream for millions of people.
That's right, dude.
Trader
Hey,
Joe's.
where's chicken
Trader Joe's.
$3.99?
You're going to continue employing someone that's homophobic and xenophobic who just made fun of someone who's not an American from Azerbaijan by his estimation of looking at their skin color?
Fuck Azerbaijan.
Yeah. Wait, what? This guy, I'm starting to like the guy, right? Like, it's just like there's levels happening, right? And then I guess I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe they thought, I'm not your regular lefty. I'm not your regular Trader Joe's guy. I say I'm fine with being homophobic. I'm fine with. In fact, I'll even say the N-word. I don't know if it came off that well. I support his right to say it, and I am endlessly I see this pathetic, all the people who would get offended over it. But I just don't know if it hit like he thought. It's just funny. It's just funny. It's funny. At the very least, it's funny.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you guys
I call retarded people retarded, and I'm on the side of Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I'm not your regular liberal. I say retarded. And
Tell everybody what Trader Joe's you work at. I work at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side, 96th Street, nigga. Fuck yeah, dude. Trader Joe's for life.
For life. And then I don't know if he should have done that. Lokesh, I don't know if he's gonna have a job there. Like, that's not gonna go well. Don't you know white people are hated? Don't you know white people don't have free speech? They're not allowed to say the words in the English language. They shouldn't be fighting here. What is this, brother wars? And then what's the worst part? I don't know what's the worst part, but I don't know. Whatever. Maybe Shirley seems like a nice guy. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't go around saying it. But whoever he's with here is like, oh, now you're dropping N-bombs, bro.
Yeah. You hear that? Dropping the N-bombs.
You hear that? Dropping N-bombs. Like, can't we all just have a big old laugh, right? It's just an N-bomb, but hey, I don't think he should have done it. I don't think he should have done it. But anyways.
I am. Yeah, you guys. I work at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side, 96th Street, nigga. Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow, the guy says in the background. Is Nick Shirley laughing? Wait.
Yeah, dude.
Is he trying not to laugh? Bro, don't laugh, bro. That's racist.
Fuck yeah, dude. 96th Street, nigga. Fuck yeah, dude.
Don't laugh, Shirley. That's not funny.
Life.
Yeah.
Anyways. Dang. But anyways. What I have for you here. Let me. Oh yeah, someone was supposed to email me about a story related to Nick Shirley. What was it? Let me check my email. Because someone told me there was a story related to Nick Shirley that I was supposed to look into. I don't have your email. Zenny or whoever was supposed to send that to me. Thank you, Birdie Bad Bride, man. Back-to-back super chats. Friday videos. Check this one out. Yeah, let me know, Zenny or whatever. I think, or maybe he sent it to my Discord. He may have sent it through Discord. Nice. Netanyahu and Modi, brothers in arms, bringing India and Israel closer together, standing firmly together. Shout out. Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledged on Wednesday to work in lockstep to confront Islamist terrorism. India stands with Israel firmly. Right on. So Netanyahu, Bibi took Modi, Prime Minister of India, to they shared a moment here. They shared a moment, a memorial of sorts. I want to confirm it was a memorial. Netanyahu, you know, it was a visit to Israel. Very good. Diplomatic relations, we love it. Modi, Netanyahu, was it a Holocaust memorial? I think it was. At the Yad Vashem World Holocaust Center in Jerusalem. Modi and Bibi. Modi, Bibi. Here's Modi. Some are reporting this moment as confusing for the Israelis. I'm sure appreciative nonetheless, sharing a cultural moment, a cultural exchange, as you could call this. A memorial for the Holocaust and an act of closeness and togetherness of the two nations, right? I'm sure the Israelis were appreciative nonetheless, but I'm reading reports that they found this moment confusing, as it looked like he was worshiping the various flowers and fire. Modi's just one with nature. What's wrong with the Jews, man? Just chill. It's like, bro, it's like, but, or you could do it the other way. It could be funny. You could make jokes about both ways. Both would be funny. Like, what's up with Modi here? Like, worshiping fire, worshiping flowers. Like, stand up, man. You're like embarrassing us. Like, stand up, bro. That's just fire. Those are fake flowers, man. Those aren't even real. You don't need to water those. Modi. Shout out India, Israel, and your diplomatic ties. Right? It's cultural exchange. I love it. It's called cultural exchange. Okay? Learn to love nature. Or something. I don't know. Amazing. Oops. What's up, Jules? Hey. Judaism is the foundation of your existence, Goyim. Says Old Saucy. Ugh. You know what that comment makes me feel like? You know what that comment makes me feel like? Isn't this you? Isn't this totally you when the Goyim are interrupting? My face when the Goyim keep interrupting.
This is what's stunning for all the little guys out there, the populist movement, these guys that haven't had a pay raise.
Wait, why did that stop playing? My face when the Goyim keep interrupting me? I don't even remember this interview. I forgot what it was, but he's about to say something and then gets interrupted. He's like, face in hand. Bro, I swear, Goy be interrupting. Goy's always be interrupting. What are you guys saying here? Thank you for your support. Appreciate it, Rumble. Thank you. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying? Yeah, Big Friday vibes. You guys like that guy? Hey, what's up, Point Fire? Back at ya. Canada in the house, Toronto. Nice. Bro, what's next? Okay. Trans violence. That's been coming up this week. Did you see this other one, though? Julia Egler. Did you see this one, though? You may have heard of it, but this individual killed her mom. Female to male, I believe. Let's get that straight. Transgender teen Julia Egler was misgendered at home, confessed killing mom and mom's boyfriend. "17 years old, going by the name Jasper, female to male. Killed her mom and the boyfriend. And the big key here, the video they keep sharing is this individual, their justification for it. Or their reasoning for it. Being misgendered.
Now, as the interview continues, Julia describes frequent arguments with her mother, Kelly McCullum, particularly about her gender identity. And she tells detectives that she felt misgendered at home. And she says that the issue was brought up repeatedly during fights.
Well, me and her would have a lot of arguments about things, especially over like me being trans. So she'd be like, okay, you're not a real boy and blah, 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 and all, you know, the whole spiel of transphobic stuff. Okay. But
she doesn't approve of your lifestyle, that she doesn't approve of that.
would you say that she was like trying to kind of meet me in the middle, but it wasn't really working all that well all the time. She would try to call me child instead of, because it's more like gender neutral rather than kind of meeting in the middle, I guess.
Okay. So, I could tell obviously this frustrated you. Is this a root of a lot of the arguments? Or does it maybe not the root, or ends up being brought up in these arguments?
It's a thing that was brought up a lot in arguments.
Is she misgendering you?
Yeah.
So when you guys are arguing, is she intentionally, calling you she, or not using the appropriate pronouns, or not referring to you as Jasper and referring you as Julia.
Yeah, misgendering. Take that in.
On the contrary.
And here's another interesting moment. Here's a kicker with this individual. Hold on. This what's interesting about this moment here is Julia here starts crying and then makes a comment about crying, how she apologizes for her crying because it's not very manly, it's not very masculine. After killing the mom and all this, that's what this person is thinking of. That's what that's what they're worried about. On the surface. Anybody who knows anything knows that you say things, but what you mean and all that, is inside just because it would be a one-dimensional think that's all this person thought about or cared about. More on that in a moment, but it'd be one-dimensional think that, wow, this person really just thought misgendering was wrong. Good thing I don't think that. Good thing I'm never going to let my kids think misgendering is wrong and worth killing. We're safe from this. That's what someone who doesn't get it would think. That's what this person cares about. But more on that in a second. On the surface, it seems, right? Julia here is so important that after this killing and all that, she's apologizing for crying because it's not masculine.
I'm sorry, I'm crying so much. You don't need to apologize for that. I know it's not a very guyish thing to do.
I know it's not a very guyish thing to do.
On the contrary, it is.
Liar! This female officer lying to this person, okay, this girl, lying to this girl who's trying to be female to male. She's crying, nose inside instinctually. This is not very masculine. And then what? On top of the lies, this female officer has to then pile on the lies and tell her, don't worry, men cry. Yeah, no, don't worry. Men cry. You're a guy. Men cry. What is this farce? You got to lie on top of lies?
On the contrary, it is.
On the contrary, it is, says the woman cop.
That probably doesn't make any sense to you, but it's trans, so that's why I'm saying stuff like that, I guess. I'm sorry.
So that's that story with this one. And sure, yeah, it's insane, trans ideology, blah, blah, blah. But, I was thinking about it. It's so obvious if you just pay it. It should be really obvious if you know anything. That misgendering is not what killed these parents. Being misgendered is not what caused this girl to kill them. No, not at all. Anybody who knows anything would know this. Misgendering her being misgendered is not what caused her to kill her mom. The mom doing the misgendering does not cause her death by provoking her. Not at all. It doesn't matter what it was. It really doesn't matter what it was. What matters is that it caused the anger. It does not matter what caused it. For different people, it's different things. For her, it was being misgendered. Yes, she believed into this insane thing. And believing this made her think that it was appropriate to be offended and angry that someone would misgender you. But it's the offense and the anger that caused that. Right? It's the continual anger. I'm angry, you misgendered me. Again, you're doing it again. Until it's like real, true, violent anger. So that should be obvious, right? But it wasn't the misgendering. You'll read this story and think, well, good thing I don't believe in misgendering, or my kids don't believe in that. But you believe in getting angry. You believe it's okay to get angry if someone offends you. You believe it's okay. You literally believe, you're sitting there listening to me right now, and you literally believe that, yeah, sure, anger's evil, and I believe in Jesse, but if someone attacked me and someone lied about me and said lies about me, I have to defend myself and I should get angry or whatever. You literally think that. You can imagine then having a trans kid or whatever, and they're like, and you don't believe in misgendering, but you believe in getting offended. And so your kid is like, how dare you misgender me? And you go, I hear this from parents all the time who don't believe in trans stuff. And they're like, my kid is so stupid believing in trans stuff. I hear it all the time. They'll say, yeah, but you have to like respect them. And you realize in that moment that they believe in getting offended because they think that simply saying the truth, hey, no, you're not a girl, you're not a boy, you're a girl, that's an offense. Now, imposing it and trying to convince someone, that's its own insanity, right? But you literally, the average parent thinks it's okay to be offended if someone offends you, if someone says something wrong about you. You see what I said? So, yeah, it doesn't matter what it was. It's that this girl could get so angry and continuously so. And it is kind of messed up that the mom would so-called misgender in a sense by saying, you're not a real boy. Why? So then you had conflict in the home and you pushed her further and further along by fighting her. So the mother was evil. The mother was evil and judged her and pushed her along and cared only about trans and misgendering when instead she should have seen, wow, my daughter's angry. And then I do this, it angers her. That's not to say, let me just, the kids now run things and they make the rules. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to see things for what it is. She did not go out and kill those parents because she was misgendered. She did it because she was angry. And the mother, if that's true what she's saying, the mother was like egging her on and provoking, right? Instead of understanding, what did I do wrong to get her so angry? You're out here having a boyfriend. What happened with her real dad? And then what else to say with that to bring it back? That mother, like almost all mothers and dads and parents and people, believe it's okay to be angry. You believe it's justified, even if you don't. Well, you shouldn't act on it, but inside you're gonna get heated if someone offends you and insults you, right? Literally, 99% of people believe that, and that's insane. Parents believe that. Like even if they'll, I always taught my kids, don't act on it though, don't act on it. So, but you believe it's that you should be offended. But anyways, so yeah. That's what I was thinking about this one. But it also made me, there was another thing too. There was an interesting one. It was about this trans man. This is a female to male trans person. This is sad. This is not sad. What's the word? Human nature on display right here. Check this one out. This person was born a female, and they decided to transition to be a male, and it was not easy. It's a hard life. It's a hard life transitioning in this transphobic world. I remember using the app Refuge Restroom for the first 3 years because I couldn't pass. It was obvious that this person was a girl or a trans person because I couldn't pass and was terrified to use the bathroom. The other day, I asked a dude in this next stall to hand me some toilet paper, and ... nothing bad happened. I got some toilet paper. Passing provides ease, but it's dampened my fire. Check this in. I hate that everyone is presumed cis. I'm invisible to cis hetero eyes, and I count myself lucky that queer people often still see me. This person is lamenting the fact that they're not obviously trans anymore, that to the regular passerby, on the surface, they wouldn't guess that person's was not born a male. My driver's license is updated, my social security card, my passport, and birth certificate. I guess I'm done transitioning now. Honestly, when I started, I never thought I would pass, and now I don't know what to do with it. My dysphoria is much better now, but the depression is not. Are there other trans people out there who feel like this? I'm like forced to assimilate part-time in order to survive. My transness is like a dirty secret at work. Stealth life sucks. What am I supposed to do? Wear a he/him badge at work so I have to start watching my back again? F, man. Living in a transphobic world sucks. They got everything they wanted, but they're still empty inside. It was all a thrill. It was all a thrill. It was all just a thrill. And once they stopped fighting people, no more attention, no more fire, no more passion, they're back to crying at night. And then you go home and you cry at night. Pretty interesting, huh? But anyways. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me get some Wawa. Can a homie get some Wawa? Can a homie get some Wawa and not get judged by his gang? Please? Are y'all gonna judge a homie for acquiring some Wawa? Because what kind of world is this? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of world would that be? Not a good one. Not one I'm particularly excited to be in. You know? All right, I'll be right back.
What's done for all the little guys out there, the populist movement, you guys that haven't had a pay raise. So if you're in the hotel doing a meeting, and most of the meetings are going to be either in a hotel or in a car, right? The more sensitive sources, you're going to meet in the car and then just keep driving around. But in a hotel, if they start banging on your door, rip off your clothes and jump into bed, both of you, because you're going to be gay for a minute. So when they finally break down the door, they're like, oh shit, we thought you were meeting because we thought you were CIA, and you're, oh my God, no, you're just gay. And then everybody's okay.
You doing okay, Link?
This place gives me the creeps.
Link, the 4 ghosts have taken the 4 flames of Glomban. You must find them. Call me if you need me. Link, there's a gold skeleton.
I can sense a skeleton nearby.
Make sure to collect that gold skeleton. The more gold skeletons you collect, the more gold skeletons you'll have.
Oh, this gold skeleton will help. Nice.
Link, you've acquired 15 gold skeletons. Acquire 10 more and you'll unlock—
Watch out, Link! There's an enemy! Remember, any enemies that you fight, you can see their
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Link, be careful! There are enemies!
You're just like us, Link. A killer who just refugees.
That's one down.
Remember, any enemies that you fight, you can see their information on the start screen.
Link, use your pen.
And that's the second one down.
Great job, Link. You've unlocked a new chest to use. Call me if you need me.
Nice. Small key. Nice.
Link, you got a small key. Nice work.
Watch out, an enemy!
Ha!
Remember, any enemies that you fight, you can see their information on the start screen.
What the skeleton warrior said to me. It's troubling. Damn, they're just like me. War is bad.
And he loved to eat sausage. All kinds of sausage. So we all huddled together like, okay, he's coming for an official visit. What do? Stuff him full of sausage until he can't eat any more sausage. He can't hold any sausage. And then Clinton invites him to play chess. The sausage is going to make him drowsy. And when he gets drowsy, he gets chowdy to keep himself awake.
Can't do it, Peter. After what they did, how they betrayed me, I can't forgive them. It's too much. It burns every time I think about it.
Then you are already dead, Brian. You are walking around in a cinereal body because that hate is consuming your soul.
think I don't know? You think I haven't sat in the dark, screaming at God because the betrayal felt like a knife in my throat? It's not easy. It's the hardest thing a man will ever do. But Matthew 6:15, if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Forgiveness isn't for them. It's to cut the chains off your own feet. You are dragging their sin behind you like a weight that's gonna drown you in the abyss.
But they don't deserve it, Peter. They don't deserve peace.
Neither do we, Brian. It's the point. We were forgiven while we were still monsters. Now drop the weight before it buries you. And you? Are you strong enough to let go? Or will you let your anger be your executioner? Forgive to stay alive. Can you let it go? Comment forgiven if you choose freedom over hate.
I've told a story a couple of times where, you know, I generally never talk to people on airplanes. I listen to music or I read a book or a magazine or something. I just don't say anything. I was flying from Milan to Eastern Europe one time, and there was this Italian guy next to me who just would not shut his mouth. And he kept asking me, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And I said, well, I'm involved in the import-export business. Oh, well, what do you import? What do you export? I said, whatever, you know, turns things into money. He just wouldn't stop. And finally,
I said,
look, I smuggle women and cigarettes from Eastern Europe, okay? Are you happy now? And he goes,
I don't think I approve. I said, I didn't ask for your fucking approval.
and then he just kind of sat there with his head down the rest of the time. If you're being contracted to run an assassination program, you're gonna go out there and assassinate people.
Yo, okay.
Everybody's human,
I'm back.
and you make mistakes. And you convince yourself that, you know, Ahmed Shmahmed is a really bad guy, and actually, it's a cousin with a similar name, but you just...
Yo, sorry. Just want to get a little Wawa. Went to the bathroom. Be right back. I mean, I'm back now. Can we vibe with Trump for a second? Can we actually vibe with Trump as he longs for the forest? Can we do that for a moment together? Let's vibe with Trump. Let's long with Trump together. Wait, no, that's Mario. Go back to Trump. Trump is aura farming on those trees. I can't believe we made it this far. Venezuela looking nice. We're going to get to calls here. Thank you for holding. 844-900-2229. We got Ohio here in a moment. We got Art, Ohio. I appreciate you holding, sir. You're on the air.
How you doing?
All is well, sir. And yourself?
All right. So check this out. That girl, can you hear me good?
You coming in clear?
Okay. That girl you was just showing, I just seen that. That's crazy. I had seen that video like yesterday, and it's crazy that you saying the same thing that I was thinking when I heard her say that. That oh, yes they would cry like that. And I was thinking when I heard her say that, because I watched the whole video of it.
You talking about the killer?
Yeah, I watched the whole video of it. I had seen it yesterday,
okay.
but I had watched it. So I'm already, when I seen you playing it, I'm already hit to what's going on. So when when she said that, I was like, what? She was a man with problem, and I was thinking everything you were saying, like they reinforcing it. The females is, and the cop know that ain't true, but or she might not. But I'm speculating that the cop know that it ain't true. She just basically trying to coddle her brain instead of her just basically. Probably the cop should have just basically been quiet or shoot this nitpicking for information and to incriminate her. You see what I'm saying?
When she said that it's okay to cry?
Well, I'm saying no. What she should have been doing is trying to get her to incriminate her, coddling her brain and pretending that's what men do because she thinks she gonna get sympathy or cool points, and the girl gonna be wanting to be her friend or whatnot, which she probably ain't thinking that. You know
rapport,
what I mean?
rapport is a technique. Is definitely a law enforcement technique.
But and rapport is. We ain't saying don't build rapport with the criminal or the person that the incident's happening to, but you reinforcing false narrative and false statements saying that guys would cry like that, and you reinforcing the lie, and that just lets you know how the cop thought things.
Totally. Female cop.
Yeah, so check this out.
Feminist.
Feminist. And in that story, was it a dad in the house, or it was just her and the mom, wasn't it?
It was the mom and the boyfriend.
No. The mom, okay, yeah, so I'm reminded. Okay, so bam, now I know. The mom was 39, and the boyfriend was 22, and
really?
The daughter was like, the boyfriend, because the daughter, I think they said they within 5 years, so I think the daughter might have been 18 or something. I ain't mistaken. But in the story, they were saying that the daughter didn't like the age discrepancy and how close they were in age. But just like you said, liberal female, she dating a young dude because that's the only people they can pull that narcissistic beta male, get that beta male. Yeah, that
mama done got her a boy.
Damn. Versus, man, I'm gonna hit you with this, Nick. Versus the male, if RDR trying to get me something that's like, I'm 39, if I'm trying to get me something that's like 23, 24, I'm trying to get a relationship with her and build something with her, but ultimately I'm trying to have more kids. I can't have no kids with nobody. You see what I'm saying? So I got a reason why I'm gonna be trying to holler at young females, or I'm hollering at young females. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to potentially try to get married and have kids. For a female, it's no, they don't have no, because they can't have kids past a certain age, or it's called it's a high risk pregnancy. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
totally.
It ain't even in their nature for them to even want to date somebody younger. You see what I'm saying? Because it really don't have no youth. But I'm just going to say that. Long story short, she raised a transgender kid. Because she thought that was any times we living in, everybody want to go with what they think is cool. And at this time, over these last 20-something years, we've been coddling and basically making people with mental illness and slow kids think that it's okay that they can say that they want to be a tree instead of maybe opening up some mental asylums. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't be saved. You see what I'm saying? And we letting a lot of these people that got mental problems, which her daughter is one, they running around here in society when they ain't supposed to be running around here in society. But more than likely, if there was a alpha male, or just, I'm just saying a man's man, you ain't got to be an alpha. You can be probably a sigma. Ain't no man letting their daughter grow up thinking that she can play with G.I. Joes. Or she can be out skidding the tires on bikes. You see what I'm saying? We used to skid the tires when we would ride real fast, and on the old school bikes, you can. Well, they still got them. You remember when you push the back on the pedal, it made the tire lock up. So when we would do it go fast, we would skid the tire and slide like we was basically. In my mind, I thought I was like one of them little motocross motorcycle dudes.
Or you put a playing card in the spokes.
Yeah, we used to do all that. But now I'm saying I used to be dangerous. Yeah, I'm saying, man, we used to try to skid and land sideways and act like our knees was hitting the ground, but we would try to do it to where we was trying to slide it where we wouldn't let our knees hit the ground. But I'm saying that's the type, and you know how many times I hit my knees on the ground just trying to be rough and tough, and like I keep doing it. I don't want no daughter that's doing what I was doing as a kid. You see what I'm saying?
Totally.
You hear me?
Yeah, totally.
I'm not letting the little daughter go out and do what I was doing when I was a kid, skid and tired. So I don't want my daughter with scraped up knees. It ain't very feminine for my daughter to be doing that. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is these females and basically coddling and basically reinforcing their dysfunction instead of if they have a male around that's got common sense and they can listen to and act like they want to listen to common sense and stop trying to fight everything, they would tell you that this ain't right, or we don't need to be doing this, or we need to be trying to reinforce her to go play with little girls, or maybe reinforce her to let's watch some little Barbie cartoons, or you see what I'm saying? Like not reinforcing her. Hey, women are equal. She can do what the boys do. She can go out there and tackle the boys. Well, it's some females that can't tackle boys, but that's 1% out of 100. You see what I'm saying? 1% out of 99. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That every female can't tackle. It's because it's not meant for. But I'm just long story short is 100%. That society,
100%. Look, the Epstein victims. Look, so-called Epstein victims. Killers of their parents, school shooters, and thugs on the street. They share something in common. They're coming from broken homes and a messed up order in their life. So you're on it, man.
Yeah.
100%. And yeah.
Nah, you can just sit there and look at even look at it. But my thing is look how and the Bible tell you about this. The Bible says everything about this. They sitting here basically raising their own killers. Cause you trying to let a girl be mad, and it ain't in their nature. And when you young like that, you gonna have a hard time trying to process all that, and not to say that she might already had mental problems from the jump. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you reinforcing her that she can be a boy, it's too much to take in when that ain't their natural form. So you basically raise your daughter to kill.
It's crazy, man.
So look, I seen another story was in Chicago. Dude's mom was like she did nails or whatnot, and I think she did nails or she did hair. Where her son was allegedly, everybody's a rapper, so he was a so-called rapper or whatnot. So long story short, she had an insurance policy. He was like 20-something years old. He knocks her off this to get the insurance money. He gets the insurance money, blowing the money all on the Instagram, showing it. I think he gave like a couple of his friends like 10, 20,000 or something like that. And he ended up broke. Come to find out that basically one of the friends or something might have helped him, but he gave some money to some other friends. In long story, and ended up breaking him. He ain't had no more money. But come to find out, they found out that he killed his mom or whatnot. And I seen some little posts where people was like, "Oh, that's sad. Oh, this and this and this and that. He killed his own mom." And I'm thinking in the back of my head, you got to be a messed up mom or a messed up parent to raise your own. What was you in the household doing with him or not doing with him to where you end up raising a Ted Bundy or a kid that kills you? You see, that kills his own parent. So I'm saying, like, it had to be the devil raising the devil. A kid just don't come out dysfunctional like that. Yeah. You have to be in an environment where it's something regular. You see what I'm saying? Violence, or it's something regular that you seeing boys just in acting like girls. Like that's what reinforces and make it. But long story short, people was basically trying to feel bad for the mom, and I was basically like, nah. I mean, the Bible pretty much say everything you reap what you sow, and how you supposed to raise up your kid, and it's the blueprint. So if you don't do these things, I can't expect for you to know how to cut wood if you didn't sit back and watch me know how to cut wood and do it the proper way. So if you don't want to watch me do it the proper way and you go out and accidentally cut your hand off, am I supposed to feel bad for you that you didn't want to listen and take the instruction on how to properly cut wood? No, it's your fault. If you don't want to get your hands cut off, you need to watch me and understand and get the blueprint. So if it's your fault that you don't understand the Bible and know the Bible and it's telling you everything that you don't need to be doing, or if you don't do these things, these are the things that's going to happen with your kids that can potentially affect you, then it's your fault. And I don't want to hear, I feel bad for her and I feel bad for him. No, I don't feel bad for neither one of them. God's going to remove you off the earth. God bless you, Nick. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Thanks for your commentary. Call me again.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. 844-900-2229. Absolutely true. You know, I was thinking though, you know what I just thought about though? Thoughts on this. Okay. I think everybody knows, even if they say otherwise, something tells you deep inside, something tells you it's wrong when you see your little boy acting like a little girl, playing with dolls, wanting to get undressed, maybe acting effeminate, crying a bunch. They get a little older, they're whining. You ask them one thing, it's always whining. No, I don't want. They're more and more like effeminate, like a girl. I think everybody knows this instinctually, even if they don't want to say it. It's like bad, right? Is it always bad? I can understand maybe a parental, I don't know, like a parental. I'm not saying it's good. Worry is probably bad all the time. Probably absolutely toxic all the time, especially as a parent. But I can understand the parental worry, so to speak, of your daughter not acting, maybe, maybe playing with the boys. Maybe it's too rough. Maybe you'll know that she'll get involved in things that she can't handle. I can understand some of that. But keeping it simple. Just tomboys. Is it always bad? No, I didn't finish my statement. I'm saying it's always bad, yes, with the boys. With the boys acting like girls. That's always bad, and everybody knows this. But is it always bad? I didn't finish my statement. Apologies. Is it always bad when the girls are tomboys? I don't think that's the general. Is that a general knee jerk? Like, ooh, that might be bad. I think that's like good. Or isn't that okay? I'll say this: when you're before getting to the parents' view, as a guy, I think everybody knows this. Chat, back me up here. The tomboy was like the best, both before ever like being a romantic thing as a friend. She's like the boys. She's like us. She's like play with us. You don't even think about it, and even further. You're like, wait, she's kind of cute in her tomboy. You know, I'm just asking. I'm asking thoughts. Is that always bad? Is that always does it have the same negative, like instant knee jerk negative connotation? Like, I don't know if I'd stop my daughter from. It's like if she wants to play, like go out and play sports, or like, I don't know if I'd stop her. I don't know. Maybe I'd pay attention. I'm like, where are these influences coming from? But I don't think that's bad if she wants to like work with her dad or get rough a little bit. Like, she'll become a girl. Like, it happens. Literally, all the tomboys become girly, and they have to go on that journey. So isn't it? I like it better when they like get to it on their own time and not on other people's terms. You know, the makeup, and eventually they end up like they eventually go like they find a boy and they're like, actually like that boy. How do I get him to like me? And then you may be a little bit feminine, but maybe it's a sign of being closer to the father. But I don't know if it's always a knee jerk reaction, bad thing that she's. And I don't even think tomboy is being masculine. You know, like if she was going around trying to boss guys around, or I don't know what. I don't know. I'm now making up things, right? I don't know. I'm thinking in general, parenting, it's like manos, like if you're seeing behavior, it's because whatever caused that influence and behavior happened way before. That's my general impression of parenting. So to react viscerally to like this part of the conveyor belt is to express a naivety and something. I don't know. I get that, and I get this impression too from parents who say how their first kid is. They're usually way too tough, and then and then the next kid, and just conversations of that. Yeah, I don't think the tomboy is as an emergency as, and again, even the effeminate boy, is that an emergency? Is that already too late? You know, would you tripping out about it push him to be more effeminate? Maybe you'll push him to be trans. Whatever, Dad. It's like, stop whining so much. Now he's trans. I don't know. Maybe you had a part to play in it. It's a little too. If they're already whining, it's like, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's down the road. So that's just my general thoughts on that stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's as much of an emergency as like when the boy is acting effeminate. It's just like, I think everybody knows that's like, what is this? This is bad. This is a bad signs. Meanwhile, like the tomboy girl, it's like, you got a good head on your shoulders, girl. You're gonna be just fine. You know what I mean? Close with your dad. Oh, you know what I mean? Like I just get that impression, but I could be wrong. But what are y'all saying here? We've been together here a nice bit of time. Thank you for all your support, your super chats and all that. How's your Friday going? Hope you're chilling. Hope you're taking it easy. Let's run it down the packet a bit here before we go. What else did I have for you? We did all we got to some important stuff, huh? People who are like, what's the point? Did we get to anything? Clinton was cool, right? Clinton was some novel thoughts on that stuff. You guys are still a little mad about it. Nick literally thinks they were just talking about pizza. Don't you know UK politicians are calling for Pizzagate inquiries? It's real. I swear. Sorry, I'm bringing it back up. Now what am I doing? What am I doing here? we're going back in time. Hold on. Let's chill. Let's run it down. Run it down the packet. Let's see what else. Did Zenny get back to me? I'm sorry, man. If you were trying to get us to cover something you really wanted me to cover, nothing in Discord or my email. Okay, Modi was funny. Trans passing, the AI military thing. Like, do we have time for this? It's not like funny or like, man, there's actually a bunch of stuff. Military, the SAVE Act. Holy crap. We got to save some of this stuff. We got a bunch of stuff actually. Let's see if we can find the funnies for Friday. Man, this AI story is pretty interesting though. They're debating if AI can kill people. Okay? And then the military is saying, give us your AI technology or we're going to take it. Yes, we want AI to spy and surveil on everybody. And we want it to help us decide, and in the most extreme case, decide before any human, faster than any human can, if it should kill people. Possibly even nuke them. And if you don't give us the technology, we're going to force you. It's definitely an interesting little story. Let's see what. What's up, Terry? Hey, Carver. How you doing, Frank? What are y'all saying? How you been, Terry? We talk about a bunch of stuff. Hag maxing. I do quite. Older women love me. Is there any pros to hag maxing? I know that's like a knee-jerk reaction, instant no, right? But let's be complete in our thinking and try and take it from the perspective of a hag maxer. Why would they? And how are you so sure you wouldn't? I have to imagine one of the perks is unlimited strawberry hard candies. That's one hag maxing pro. I'm sure, chat, you can put aside your judgments and complete this conversation for posterity. because you want to be instant. You want to make quick conclusions. But there's a reason there's people out there hag-maxing. Right? Like we want to be like, just like formidable thinkers, you know? Sophisticated, multiple dimensions. You didn't consider the strawberry hard candies. You didn't stop to consider the hard candy factor. Josh, how you doing, Georgia? Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, man? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you're coming in clear.
Or no?
Little background noise, but you're coming in clear.
Okay. I got the Bluetooth on. I can pull over if you need me to. I'm breaking the
you're
rules.
good. You're good. I think you're fine, as long as we can hear you.
I'm good. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of hag-maxing, man, you heard of what's it called? Retard maxing, right?
No.
Retard maxing.
What's that? I may have heard of that.
There's some guy on YouTube who talks about it, but to me, it kind of sounds like, I mean, you're just being dumb. You know, it's like you're unlearning. You're unlearning all the. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know if you've seen the movie Forrest Gump, where he was just like dumb his whole life, and it got him to the top, and he ended up becoming a millionaire or whatever.
I'm familiar with the movie. Is that what retard maxing is?
Yeah. That's what retard maxing is. You just play dumb, and it's actually like, it sounds kind of like what like Jesse be talking about. We got to unlearn stuff. We got to just be dumb. You know, it's kind of like being a doormat. You know, like just be dumb. You know, don't try to be.
Carver saying, yeah, there's people in the chat agreeing with you. Apparently we have one person who retard maxes 3 times a week. Carver saying retard maxing is the mainstream way to describe the silent prayer / staying present / no thoughts.
Right.
Cool. I like retard maxing then. I mean, I'll have to check it out, but I got to check out some of the content and get familiar, because that's funny. I like that. No thoughts.
I mean, it's
all thoughts are lies.
Jesse would be the king of it. Jesse would be the king of retard, because he's like, that's his.
Right, he's black and slow.
You know?
He's black and slow.
Yeah,
he's been retard maxing forever.
That's his whole thing. Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting, man.
Certified retard. OG retard.
I mean, he's the king of it. He's like, he's like, yeah, you can't get any higher level.
I don't think you can get to heaven. I don't think you can get into heaven without being a retard.
You really can't, man.
I'm suspecting that. Yes.
Right.
I think that was like something. I think that's something. Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, and because that's how he's dominating all these super high intellectual manipulated people in government around. And that's how you dominate.
He's too retarded. They're like, he's too retarded. We can't handle. We can't. How do we? We can't handle it. He's just too retarded.
Right. They don't know what he's gonna do next. You know, it's like peak masculinity.
Nice.
It's kind of deep, interesting, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out, man.
Yeah. I don't really know much about it. I heard it from your show. I heard looks maxing from your show.
Yeah, looks maxing. Yeah.
Yeah. But
a young obsession, definitely immature, but
right.
Shout out to the looks maxers.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of do need to look a little decent, you know.
Right. Hey. What?
Kinda,
you
it's kind of feminine.
Huh?
That's feminine. At the root of look maxing is like that's what females do. Females are into looks.
Uh-huh.
That's their world, you know, is makeup and. You know,
they like looks.
Yeah, ultimately, but guys, you know, you kind of need to look a little decent, I guess. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something you could do. Yeah, men used to not just dress up for women. I mean, men used to dress well because it had a purpose. It had a cultural language. You'd wear the blue worsted suit when doing business in London, and you'd wear the brown tweed when you're out in the country in the English countryside, and then that's been an enduring fashion statement. Men used to. It wasn't just for women, right? So for me, it's the framing. It's this pure it's pure for the woman framing, which doesn't make sense. That's not what your life should be about. But absolutely, yeah, dressing well, like what the looks maxers are revealing is it's like for everybody wants to say, look at them and say, that's so shallow. Nobody cares about that. Literally, they're proving everybody cares about that. The looks maxers are getting all the money, any woman they want. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing anything. They let her do anything they want. I'm exaggerating, etc. But anyways, you're on it though. It's definitely it wasn't about women. At one point, it was about purpose. It was about utility. It was about presenting a certain thing, but not just for women.
Right. Yeah. Trump always wears a suit, and that's like his I don't know, the red tie with the blue suit. That's Trump's uniform, you know?
Yeah.
So that's pretty, and Nick Fuentes, I like how he wears suits. That's part of his
That's true.
thing. Yeah.
Derek and I have been saying it's time to wear suits to work. And I don't know, we might have to pull the trigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting, man. Interesting. Yo, I was calling about the SOTU State of the Union address.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard of the guy Al Green, right?
Yes, I'm familiar.
I don't know if you could cover this. Yeah. You know, he had
the sign. Black people are not apes.
Yeah. All right. Is it just me, or does he? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. Is this make it your show ban or race? He looks like this.
I think I already said it.
Planet of the Apes.
I didn't say it like that though. I didn't quite say it like that, man. Chill out, bro. No. That's so funny. I was the other day. Yeah, please go get it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what that is like that's Satan mama energy right there. Like it's obviously what he looks like, and he's telling you it's like tempting white people to overreact, and like they know white people are scared of being called racist, right?
Yeah.
So they know they can't really comment on it. They're scared around that, and he looks straight up like he's one of the apes from the movie Planet of the Apes, holding that sign. And not only this, I don't know if you know about black fraternities, but you know he's an alpha. He plays alpha. Have you ever heard of that fraternity before?
I'm not familiar with that fraternities. So that's the name of the fraternity,
Okay.
Alpha?
Yeah. Martin Luther King was also an alpha, and they call themselves the apes. If anybody knows, well, that's their thing. You know, the Qs are the purple and gold guys they call themselves the dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, it's kind of ironic that he's an alpha and he's holding the sign saying black people are not apes, but he looks like an ape and he's an alpha. You know, it's like that. You know, people.
That's
probably
funny, man.
talk about this because it's funny, but it's like
I was saying the other day, you're saying that like it's even on purpose as a way of like it's almost like put it in plain sight type of like dark like Hellenistic like what do they call it, like Hegelian dialectics, dark
that's what communists do.
Put it in plain sight
right.
type thing. That's interesting,
and
man.
everybody's scared to say it, and unless there's an alpha male, you know, or someone who don't care, and he's considered the toxic masculinity, you know, far right wing extremist. Everybody will jump on him, you know, call him racist. But it's like what COVID-19 was, you know. It's like everyone's wearing a mask, and we're not. But you can go into the restaurant, and once you sit down at your table, you can take the mask off and eat. But you have to wear a mask on if you stand up, you know. And it's like in our face.
Toe the line, yeah.
Yeah. Like obviously, this mask isn't doing anything, but you have to wear it because you know it's like a humiliation ritual or something. You know?
Interesting, man. Interesting, sir.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up. It was something that stood out to me. And
I was saying the other day, I'm like, I was showing the picture of Al Green and the sign. I'm like, you think they could have picked somebody else to be the face of this?
Right.
I said I was talking something to that effect, that you think they could have picked, they could have picked somebody else as the face of this, but Josh, man, I appreciate it. Anything else you want to speak on?
Okay. No, that's all, man. Appreciate the show, bro.
Call me again, sir.
All right, bro. We'll do, man. Later.
Amazing. At Nick, stop blocking my ish. What are you talking about? I'm not blocking anybody. Who am I blocking? Is it mods? Are you getting blocked in the YouTube chat? At Nick, stop blocking my ish. Carver with the super chat says, from a persuasion perspective, I never thought they were apes, but after seeing that sign, it forces me to consider it. Are they actually apes? One never even thought of that. That's obviously a person. I didn't know that was a conversation people were having. Let me consider it now. See what you did, Al Green? That's terrible. Oh, I'm blocking your curse words? I don't know. I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm not. It must be an automatic thing. That's funny, Carver. Thanks for your super chat. It's so evil. Al Green putting that in my head. That's messed up, Al Green. You guys love putting that in my head. Trying to move on from all that. And it's like, again with the monkey. It's like, please. Amazing. That is too funny. Al Green. Hell of a guy. Wait, is it Al Green? Yeah, State of the Union. Lord. Bro. Bro. What the? What the? What can I say, folks? Nice retard max work, Nick. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. What can I say, folks? These are interesting stories. The SAVE Act. Okay. The people who got popular with the anti-Jewish stuff. And I get it that there are proper criticisms. I get it that Jews act a certain way, or whatever, sometimes. But, you know, some of these people who got popular, really, it's like nonsense a lot of the time. They're like, yeah, you know what, this anti-Semitism thing, it's not. This movement is dumb. It's retarded. We'll have to get to that Monday. I want to speak at length about some of these things. I think it's interesting. You know, they're having like dog shows. I mean, to us, they're like, sorry, we couldn't pass this act, and we're just trying to do this. And in the background, they're having dog shows. We gotta get the details of this story straight, anyways. And a bunch of these things pretty interesting. I really want to get to them Monday. We'll have plenty more time. But what can I say, folks? Look, thanks for your super chats. Gustavo, someone with the coffees. We've gotten to everybody there. All our callers, our topics. What else? We've been here for a number of hours. I mean, what else? Do I have more stuff for you? Can I just run it down my packet of silly things? What do I have in the sillies? I don't even have any sillies. What do I have in the sillies? Rape gangs? No, that's not a silly. No. This is all old news. There was this 11-year-old chess master going up against a grandmaster, female grandmaster, in a little bit of a tense moment. Cheeky little guy. Tell me, what do you think? Should he be chastised? Young little master.
What's that?
That's for me to better sit. I'm small.
She's saying what's that to the little booth he's using the little bunk seat, because he's a little guy, he's a little tyke, he's a little guy, so she's ribbing her opponent, ribbing him, ribbing her opponent. Hey, you're little, you're a kid. It's friendly. Haha, you're little.
What's that?
That's for me to better sit. I'm small.
I'm small.
How old are you?
11. And I'm a master.
Woo, master.
I'm small too.
I'm small too.
And I'm a grandmaster.
Grandmaster.
Yeah, but you're a woman, right? It's only 2,300.
Woo, cheeky little one. He's like, you're a woman grandmaster. Your elo is only 2,300, and I forget what the highest elos are. What was Adam Fisher's? Was it Adam Fisher? What's his name? What was Fisher's elo? What one of the greatest chess? 2,758. The elo of Bobby Fischer, famous chess player, and even a famous anti-Semite. I think he's Jewish, and even more famous chess player. Let's be real. Let's talk about the real things. Let's talk about the good things about him. He's like, you're a woman. So they have, and this is where I learned that they have that there's a difference in female masters and grandmasters and male grandmasters. I knew that chess was divided, that they did have female and male leagues. Makes you think, right? Like, obviously men are physically more capable, and that's why you have men and female leagues, right? But also in chess. But it's here is where I also learned, though, here is that even the title, like a female grandmaster, is different than a, he's comparing the actual elo, the actual elo score. Is it elo in chess? Yeah, it is. Elo chess, yeah, it is. MMR, matchmate. This is not a video game. This is not legal. This is not Valorant. Okay, this is chess. I'm instantly rooting for this kid. Says Garth. Okay, so he's like, whatever.
That's for me to better sit. I'm small.
How old are you?
11. And I'm a master.
Initially I was like a little cheeky, but she brought it up. She said, I'm a grandmaster. Yeah, but let me tell you what that means, though. You're not just your regular grandmaster. So let's let it play.
I'm a grandmaster.
Yeah, but you're a woman, right? It's only 2,300.
Still higher than you.
Still higher than you? Oh, wait, I didn't know that. Wait, you're telling me do you really get to talk ish? How about you let your game talk? Hey, I'm just nitpicking on sport behavior and decorum. Hey, if you got the skills, maybe you want to be like that, right? But if you're going to decry someone's trumped up grandmaster status, but they're really 2,300, but their 2,300 is higher than you, should you really be talking ish? He's just a kid, right? He's just a kid. I'm rooting for him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if your elo's lower, Let your game talk.
It's still higher than you.
Still higher than you. Who cares about that? Okay. Spoiler alert, he wins though, so that's pretty sick.
I'm much younger.
I'm much younger, he says.
Oof. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Great job.
Don't be shy. One day you'll be happy that you even played me.
Say again?
I hope one day you'll be happy that you even played me.
Woo! These chess geniuses, they got like.
You're a future world champion.
It's like you can like taste, you can like feel the ego. You can taste it. You can see it and not to say that they're not absolutely brilliant and fantastic, you know, but you know, it's just a funny thing, you know. It's like I win all the time, but the moment one of these big chess guys don't like win all the time, it's like you see their world shattering in their eyes. It's just a funny thing, right? It's a funny thing about ego. You know, Magnus Carlsen is probably maybe he's an awesome guy. You know, maybe like more chill than the next guy even. Like, it's just a funny thing. We see these people, they're public figures, and we see them maybe at their worst. And I swear, these chess geniuses, if it's anything other than just totally winning all the time, they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not winning? What? No humble in him, says Birdie Bound Brian. You think this is gonna go to his head?
Great job.
Don't be shy. One day you'll be happy that you even played me.
Yeah.
I hope one
He
day
did win. He did win. And the lower the ELO rated 11-year-old did destroy you. You know. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you guys. I couldn't even hear what he said. He said, one day you'll be happy that you even played me. Woman. Okay, he didn't say woman, but. All right, I think that's all my sillies. I mean, we did the topics. What else? What else do I got for you? What can I say? That's the calls. This kid is already mogging her with an absolute lion's mane of hair. That is incredible. True. That is an absolute fact. Okay, folks. What can I say? Go enjoy your Friday. I'll see you guys Sunday for more church with Jesse Lee Peterson. And then, of course, more American Anchor Baby. On Monday. Like, follow, subscribe. I appreciate you being with me today. But what else? What else? Come on, Nick. 5 more minutes. More sillies. More sillies. We did all the sillies. I have no more sillies. All right, y'all. Take care. See you around. See you Monday. See you Sunday. And all that. Peace. Bye-bye.